Hi guys, it's John here. It is Sunday, October 3rd, 2021. I was in the middle of recording an episode which describes a clearing and protection ritual, which I am going to share with you shortly. And it occurred to me that I should offer a cautionary note about doing any work of this sort. And it's probably not what you're expecting. Let me explain. When we shift our energies, as these and other sort of rituals or spiritual practices will do, often aspects of our lives will shift accordingly. So if you've been living within a paradigm or a pattern for a long time, and you shift your state of consciousness or your energy or your auric field or whatever, your experience of life may alter as a result of that. Because actually what we experience and perceive is a reflection of our energetic state and our state of consciousness. And I mean that quite literally. And so you have to be aware that if you clear out, say, for example, old beliefs that are based on, for example, fear, and then let's say those energies are kind of cleared or released from you, then consequently, the experiences that show up in your life may alter as a result of that. So you need to be aware that as you shift your energy, your experience of reality may shift as well. Now that can manifest in many different ways. Use your imagination. It could be anything from relationships to what you do for a living, to where you live, to who you associate with, and so on. What you experience is a reflection of your energetic state. When you change your energetic state, the reflection will modify, most likely. Now, this is not necessarily something to be afraid of. I certainly am not, because I have this intention to be a clear and accurate representation of my higher self, as opposed to, say, my ego and lower self. So this does not concern me. It is a natural process of evolution. And I would suspect that anybody listening to this already sort of on some level has this understanding. I just want to be explicit about it, because when we do energy work, our lives can shift accordingly. And sometimes it can be a little surprising, because you didn't even know, we might be clearing out things that you didn't even know you were carrying or holding, like false or limiting beliefs, for example, that defined your experience of reality. Understand that and sort of be prepared for it. This may not be surprising to everybody listening to this, but there might be some people listening to this who don't really fully understand sort of the magic of how powerful our minds and our intentions are and our beliefs. We are a product of them, and when we modify them, our reality will adjust accordingly. We attract what resonates to us. And when we change, what resonates with us will change as well. So when we change on the inside, changes in our life can happen. And I want to be completely upfront about what can occur here. If you are intellectually concerned about this, you can just focus on, the words and the intentions that are being set. If you find them objectionable or you're not comfortable with them, just simply don't do them or don't express them. It's really that simple. You can analyze and determine for yourself whether you should or want to do anything or set any particular sort of intention just by considering it. Just to be clear, if you go see an energy worker or energy healer, for example, and they do work on you, they are shifting you energetically, and changes over time can occur in your outer life as a result of that. Now here, we are using our intellect and ideally our guidance and intuition to intentionally make modifications to ourselves, but the principles are very similar. If you have hesitation or doubt or concern, you can always state prior to setting your intentions, if it's in my highest good. So, for example, if it's in my highest good, or even if it's in my highest good and the highest good of all, followed by whatever intentions you wish to declare. It's likely that we are not able to modify certain aspects of our reality and experience because they may be karmic. In other words, before we incarnated, we agreed to experience certain things or have certain relationships or whatever, and those we are bound to work on or experience. Now, if we shift our energies sufficiently such that it negates the necessity of having those experiences, they may possibly fall away. I also want to say that because we're shifting our energy, it doesn't mean that good things are going to leave our life. Like, let's say you have a really lovely, wonderful relationship with somebody and you start setting intentions and so forth. It doesn't mean that that relationship or your work or where you live or whatever is going to change. It's just that if there are certain things in your reality that are not in alignment with your higher self, or the aspects of yourself that are unveiled by clearing away some of the garbage, those things may need to change. So this is kind of a complicated subject, and I don't want to overwhelm people, but I just do want people to understand that this work has implications. So there you go. Something very important that I think people should be aware of, like 100% consciously. That is what we're doing here. It's extremely powerful, and it can have far-reaching effects.